Dude, I was all psyched to podcast it up, but my fan and the heat, and I have menopause.
It's 81 degrees, and it's very
It's
humid.
humid as fuck.
And,
Anyway,
79 degrees.
Welcome to Marital Hate. I'm Stacy.
My name is Doug.
We are married. We don't hate
Somewhat.
each other usually.
Well, I kept my sweatshirt on after coming outside because you are adorned with Buffalo Bills regalia.
Bought it from some guy.
Some guy named Butch Roll.
Don't know him.
Used to play for the Bills.
I'm not to be confused with
He was
Rick
a tight
Roll.
end.
In any case, got this little hat.
She looked nice.
Made friends with some Raiders fans who are very unhappy, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm going to take this off because I feel ridiculous.
Okay. Well, it's brightening up the whole atmosphere.
Y'all, I got to tell you, I woke up. So we're up. Nora says hi from me, Chuck, and Daniel. I'm a little horrified that you guys are watching this, but welcome.
Let's say something really inappropriate.
That's all we do on this podcast, and I think that they knew that before they even watched
What's
it.
up, Eskimos?
You can't do that. You have to call them Inuits.
Oh.
And they're really not Inuits.
They're not even close.
Oh boy. All right. So, as you may be aware, we've been on a little hiatus. Which
What a little trippy trip.
We took a little trip to deal with a financial and legal matter. We believe it went our way. We're waiting for the final orders. Thank you. It afforded us, Doug went up to just deal with it. And originally that was a plan because we thought traveling was going to be too much for me. But at the last minute, we decided to go. I'm so glad I did it because I got to see some really amazing people. Not as many of my amazing people as I would have liked to have, but I did get to see some amazing people. So that was awesome. I don't think I can do this in the fucking heat.
Are you gonna get in the pool?
We may have to. Although I'm not wearing a swimsuit, so there's that.
We'd have to go get a swimsuit. We could put on a commercial during a commercial break.
We don't really have any commercials. One of us could say something.
Well,
while
I
the
could
other one went
recite
away.
commercials from the 70s. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop?
Let me bend over so you can check.
I've never made it without biting. Who says that? Who said that line in the
I have
commercial?
no idea what the fuck.
The
you're talking
tortoise. Oh my God. Come on, how do you not know that?
about. I don't know. In any case,
You better ask Mr. Owl.
So for those of you who haven't watched the podcast
now
before,
everybody's gone.
and nobody's watching, so there's that. For those of you who haven't watched the podcast before, we do a live podcast usually Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. We're working on what direction are we going to take it in as we have now overcome our 100th episode and we are at number
110.
110, motherfuckers.
We're like electric because we're 110.
Or film. Remember
We're
110?
film, yeah, the 110 Chinese film.
Two little
Yeah,
rolls.
that was from the pocket camera. Remember the pocket camera?
I don't know what I had, but I know that my mom yelled at me because it didn't work one day. And I was like, in tears, and my family told me to stop crying. And I remember being like terrified of this woman, and she was going to kill me.
I was gonna make a joke that you're still talking about it, but then that would be bad because
No, I mean it was
had a terrible.
It was traumatic. It was traumatic. I did have a terrible childhood, but we can make jokes about it. I like making jokes about my terrible childhood, but I got to make jokes about my terrible childhood from the pool. So we what do you got?
Ann says, "Welcome back."
Hello, guys. Welcome back. So we thought
Thank
we'd
you.
talk a little bit about our trip and apologize for not being here for y'all because although we saw a lot of the Master
We
Haters
did see a lot of the
we were up
Masters.
in Massachusetts and I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good time.
It was fantastic to see everybody, and just it felt like, for me anyways, it felt like no time had gone by since we left.
Well, it's funny though. There were some things that were like, oh,
Except
there's
for-
no.
Except for Paige, who was a foot taller.
Yeah, Paige is going to need to stop growing. I've had enough of you, and you're growing. Just stop that right now.
Yeah.
What is this? Okay. I have so many tabs open because I have things that I'm supposed to do. At
You're
some
a
point in time.
tabber. I'm not a big tab guy. I like to open different separate windows.
Yeah, your
Then
computer.
I
gives
can
me
just
agita.
keep them in the background if I need to.
But yours runs a lot faster than mine does because you have a better machine. What are you going to do?
I'm a professional.
Yeah. Your laptop costs about $1,000 more than mine did.
Ann says it was a remarkable time. It was, in fact, a remarkable
I
time.
thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, but it was funny. Like, I see, for me anyways, I just thought that it felt like no time had gone by. Right? I hadn't seen most of these people in 2 years.
Yeah, but I mean,
Or
we've kept in touch with everybody. We talked to almost everybody. as
Yeah,
much as
well,
probably more than we talked to them before because I feel like people are like, oh, dude, you guys don't live here anymore. We can
Yeah.
tell you secrets.
Our
So then maybe
it's
they
funny.
do.
The today I talked to my friend Paul, and I hadn't talked to him in probably in a while. I don't think I've talked to him since I've been down here, but like I text Paul probably 3, 4, 5 times a week, and in matter of fact, his girlfriend Dawn mentioned that we text like 2 little schoolgirls during football games. It's true.
All right, well, whatever you guys
It's
do,
true,
you're
and
happy
you know
about.
what? It's true, and it was good to hear his voice. And but yeah, there's some other people that I would. It was funny. A lot of people crept into my mind today, like, oh, I should have gone to see this person. I should have.
We just didn't have time.
We didn't have time. We were
And
in
we're
Wednesday,
gonna recap our
out
trip.
Friday.
Let's recap the trip real quick.
Get in Friday.
So I'm recapping before that. We didn't get in on Friday. We got in on Wednesday.
Oh, sorry.
So on Wednesday, we had an Uber driver come to the house. He was very nice. He was early, which was fantastic.
He drove a stick.
We were ready to go. Yeah. And we get to the airport. Because I booked later than Doug, we ended up on, by the way, this is a dress. This is a dress. This is a skirt. But I had a shirt on and it was too tight. Because it has one of those built-in bra things, and even those shelf
And
bra
so she
things,
takes the tank off and just pulls it. Bloop,
turns it into a dress.
turns into a
Follow
dress.
me for more fashion tips. I want to bring up that.
I was going to
comment
do
right there.
that with my pants.
Doris says, "Hello, lovelies."
Yes.
Hey, Doris.
Speaking
I'm
of
about
lovely,
to talk about you.
She did a very lovely thing for me, and I thank her profusely.
What got me the fuck out of your hair?
No, not that at all. But she had. I don't know if any of you have ever been on the Cape, but there's a little shack down there that sells peanut butter fluff saltwater taffy.
Can't have any.
And Darcy got me some.
She's the best friend.
I have it in a little bowl. Like what's left, I have it in a little bowl.
Darcy is the absolute best, and that's actually part of what we're going to talk about on the trip.
Yeah.
So anyway, we get to the airport and we have to, because it was going to cost me $700 to get on Doug's flight. I went on a different flight. We left 20 minutes. We were supposed to leave 20 minutes apart, and we did. I was supposed to leave second, but in fact, I left first.
Yeah.
Landed 20 minutes before Doug. Got my ass all the way over to the rental company. Yada yada yada. Whatever. So, did you have any, like, you didn't really have any eventfulness, like security? No problem.
No problem.
You don't get singled out every fucking
no.
time. Every fucking time I get singled out.
Oh, owl time.
This might be bearable if I had a fan. Every single time. We don't even have an overhead fan out here. Every single time I get pulled by fucking security. It was because I have Monolaurin, which we talk about all the time on the pod. If you don't have Monolaurin in your arsenal, you should have it. I like the pellets. I like the Ultra Laurin. It comes in a big bag. It's like $50 on Amazon. It'll last you at least 6 months, even if you're somebody that uses it as often as we do. It's a natural antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial. It's fantastic.
It's anti-everything.
It's so
really.
I take it instead of antibiotics. I take it as a preventative. It also has probiotic qualities. It's the same active ingredient as breast milk, lactic acid. It's made from coconuts. So anyway, don't fucking take that shit to
TSA
the airport.
took it out and they put it in their little tester thing, and it tested positive for coconut.
That's true. And so they let me through. And
Hashtag,
then while
that joke
Doug was
from
over in his Doug was over doing his little much friendlier gate where you made friends with.
I made friends. Nice couple from Pine
Island.
Island. They originally from Marlborough and Worcester. We went to the same high school as this gentleman. He was 10 years before me, and they were lovely. And it was fantastic. So I had a little chat, and she's texting me, "Hey, what?" I'm like, "I'm talking
to find out what's going on." He had no interest in talking to me, but I will tell you this: I met the nicest barista. Beautiful young black girl who had like kind of natural hair here, but then she had like a French braid around like a crown. It was beautiful. She liked my hair, and then we started chatting about it.
It's called a Latifa.
Locks. She wanted to know who did it. I don't know if it's called a Latifa.
I just made that up.
But she made some comments about my locks. We got to chatting, and there's this guy, this fucking uppity guy, and I know where he's from just by looking at him. Like, you know, when you're at the Fort Myers airport, first of all, the Fort Myers airport, it's like a goddamn spa.
Deluxe.
It's gorgeous.
It is deluxe.
It's so beautiful. Like, you feel like you're in a resort. It's beautiful. And you could tell, like, there's a vast difference between Logan Airport and RSW. And you can tell the people that are from Florida versus, or the people that have become from Florida versus
Right.
the people that are from elsewhere. Because the people from Florida are generally pretty fucking happy, and the people from elsewhere, maybe not so much. And this guy was miserable. And he started making underhanded comments to the barista,
Well, he had to
who, by
leave
the way,
Florida.
is chatting with me and making his beverage at the same time and doing a million things. She's doing a fantastic job. And he made some snide comment, and she just fucking lost it. She's like, "Sir, I'm making your drink, and I'm having a lovely conversation. You keep going, ma'am." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I'm like, "Well, anyway, go to Manifest, which is where I get my locks done." And I said, "Your maintenance will be less than mine because
You only
the
have-
black hair likes to lock up a little bit."
Yeah.
No. Well, I think she would lock that too. But black hair will lock up better than white hair. And you just palm roll it, and your sections will, if you palm roll it semi-regularly, your sections will stay cleaner. Whereas my hair,
It's a mess.
it's a little bit more of a pain in the ass. But I only go a couple times a year, like as
If
many
that.
as 4.
Yeah.
Last year I only went twice. Sorry, last year, in the last calendar year, I went twice. But normally I go 3 to 4 times. Anyway, super nice. Chatted with a guy who I thought was going to be a total douchebag, but he was super nice. But you know, he's a pharma sales guy.
Oh.
You know, my nemesis, but he was a nice guy. Chatted with a woman who was visiting Massachusetts for the first time, meeting with one of her girlfriends, told her to take a duck tour, told her a bunch of stuff to do on the Cape, and made friends with another woman who was from, was she from Pine Island? She was super nice. But anyway, that my flight was 20 minutes early. Delta Wi-Fi and flight worked the entire time. No complaints about that.
My flight, late, overbooked.
And the Wi-Fi didn't work.
Wi-Fi did not work.
Because we had fully planned on playing cribbage with each other during the flight.
And yeah.
So if you haven't flown into Logan Airport and had to rent a car, you have to take this shuttle, and then they jam pack it full of people, which makes no sense to me because, like, just it's running the same loops.
Yeah, it's like a bus that's attached to another bus.
It just takes even more time.
Yeah,
just get like, okay, we're full. We're just going to keep loop
going
through. But that's not what they do. So we went to the rental place, and because I originally booked the reservation in Doug's name, I wasn't even on the reservation.
That's right, you were not, because I was going to fly solo.
And so they some airline, what do you call it? Enterprise will automatically add a spouse. But if you are traveling with, I like Enterprise better than Hertz, just for the record. Okay. Thrifty is owned by Hertz, and so we rented through Thrifty.
Oh.
And their policies aren't so good, but what are you going to do? So it was cheap. We get there and we go down to the rental area, and they're like, "Oh, you guys have a midsize sedan. Sorry, we don't have any of those available. Would you like an electric car?" No.
I don't know what to do with an electric car.
No. Well, we had all this driving to do. We had to stop for 3 hours and charge it at I don't know. So we go to they gave this massive Dodge Ram extended cab.
Hemi.
It was fantastic. Reminded me of my Durango, which is the same engine. I may have had it up to a Hyundai on Route 495. So it was a good time. Anne chimed in, and she said, "I played cribbage for the first time in over 30 years. We played 5 games, and I won 2.
Nice.
Congratulations." Tracy says it was a nice truck. It was a nice truck, but not as nice as Tracy's. Tracy is that brandy new F-150. It's all tricked out, and
it's got like a flat screen in the dash. It's crazy.
All I can say is be nice to Tracy. She'll run you over.
Oh, she'll run you over twice.
So we did that, and then we dropped off at the hotel. We were shocked to find out how nice our hotel. We knew that it had like a sofa and a bed. We didn't realize that. We didn't realize it had like a kitchen, a dining set,
like a full size fridge,
a kitchen, a dining set, a desk. It had a sectional. Like it was tricked out. And it wasn't expensive at all. Doug's whole trip, flight, car, and hotel for 2 nights was $500. And so then mine was me coming ended up adding another 3, which was, but we wanted to see our friends. So I thought we'd share some of the photos.
So can I say that once we got to the hotel, there was a tornado warning from Providence to where we were and a little past us. And we had to drive through the tornado zone, the warning zone. And there had been already been a tornado that skipped over Lincoln, Rhode Island. And that's just all coming east. So I'm like, Stace, we had to go pick up my son Wes, then we had to drive down to Dartmouth. And then so I'm like, yeah, maybe we want to wait till this blows through and then we'll go, whatever. And so
Pussy.
so the next day, she's like, no, let's just go. So I waited like 5 minutes versus like the 10-15 that I wanted. I'm like, let's just go. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if we die. That truck's so big, it probably can't pick it up anyway. So let's go. So we go. We get on the road, and there's some lightning stuff, nothing bad. But the next day, there were 4 tornadoes stretching from Lincoln, Rhode Island to Plainville, Mass.
Did you see any
and
like
North Attleboro?
A couple and F-150 thrown 50 feet in the air?
No, that's because I insisted that we wait.
No, but I'm saying that there were other people that were for sure out there in their pickup trucks and they were totally fine.
How do you know they had pickup trucks?
Because
you know what they were in? They were in those mid-sized sedans from the rental company.
And here they are, fine, because
you don't know
all
that
over the
they're
fucking.
fine.
They
You
would have
don't
been all
know.
over the news.
Nah.
The news would.
Hertz
Well, they
likes to
sit there
keep
and
that
they're
stuff
looking.
hush hush.
They sit there and it has nothing to do with the Hertz. They just sit there and look for the reasons to be miserable. In any case,
All right.
This is what we came home to. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little rainbow right there.
Well,
And then we had. Oh, we stopped on our last day, and these pictures are a little out of order, but on our last day, we stopped to see my favorite Jeep mechanic, Chucky, and who maintained the Jeep for years, except for the day we were supposed to leave and the Jeep wouldn't start.
And we don't.
It's a whole other story about that. But he was late for work, so we missed him in the morning. We actually circled back and saw him in the afternoon.
It was good to see him.
You may have noticed that this gentleman here is new. He is not Keith. To Harbor Service Side, which, by the way, is on First Parish Road. He is not Black Keith. Black Keith, we found out, recently passed away.
And he was a black man.
And I used to.
Hence the name.
We used to have the greatest chats, nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Yep.
And I was really sad to hear about that. And really more so for his colleagues. I guess he had been diagnosed with cancer and he had a heart attack. It wasn't good. So prayers to his family and I'm sure that he's missed. We went back. I'm going to pause this just for 1 second. I don't know how. Stop sharing. Okay. So the night we get there, we drop off the hotel, we pick up Wesley, drive to UMass Dartmouth to take Nolan to dinner and to meet the new boyfriend.
Wow.
And
no pressure.
Right? Trace said, did you release Dorothy in the tornado from Twister? No, because we stayed in the hotel because somebody was afraid of cat. And Tracy says, R.I.P. Black Keith.
She didn't say Black Keith. She said R.I.P. Keith.
Oh, R.I.P. Keith.
She was being
sorry. I always
proper.
call him Black Keith. I call him Black Keith to his face.
Yeah,
he and I used to have the best conversations about racism and politics, and we give each other a hard time all. And he would hit on me, and I'd go, "I'm terrified of big black dicks. Thank you, Keith." We just had a great time together. He was a good guy. So Trace is laughing. That always makes me happy. So anyway, we took the boys to, what was the name of that restaurant?
The Cask and Pig.
Cask and Pig in Dartmouth. Highly recommended. The food was great, and they have deviled eggs, motherfucker.
They had deviled eggs, motherfucker.
And so then we did. So then we went back, saw the dorm, made friends.
Yeah, we made friends.
The whole floor. Actually, again, a young black community. There must have been like I thought Nolan was the only white kid on his floor for a minute there. But these kids, there was about 15 of them, I want to say, and we had to chat with them. We learned a special high five. I learned
special handshakes and high five.
I hope they're here to I would love for them to watch or maybe be on the podcast.
They were fantastic. They were a good, nice group of kids. So then we went in Nolan's room, hung out for a little bit, and we were chit chatting and stuff. Then when we left, the whole place had turned over with new kids, and we just figured the new kids,
they sucked.
Would be good, but they were not good.
They were boring. I like the first round kids. But it could have been because there was a bunch of white kids the second time. I think they might have been.
Well, yeah, there were some white kids gambling.
They ruined all the fun.
And then there were some other
white people,
kids of.
No, in any case, they just weren't as fun. The first group was fucking awesome. They're cheering, they're rolling on the floor, laughing. We were having a blast with them. They're showing me their ink. We're talking about how they need to turn 21 before they can smoke weed with me. But
I believe they were all invited to the pool.
Yeah, they're all invited to come hang out. But they explained to me that they have fake IDs. So there's some fake IDs floating around you.
Don't narc them out.
Hey, listen, I'm not narking them out.
Snitches get stitches.
You can't. It's definitely. But they had fake IDs, so I didn't know that you could even fake an ID anymore because they've got that real ID shit. Because I picked up Layla from school the other day. They took my ID and scanned it into a machine. Yeah. So we did that. So we did that. We saw Nolan. First of all, Casey, we love him.
What a great kid.
Jesus, I don't know which one we keep if they break up. No, I'm kidding. Team Nolan for life. I'll just be Team Casey on the down low.
on the DL.
But
Casey
so,
does live far away, so like I don't know, I don't know how.
whatever they're, you know what, they're happy, and that's
They,
okay.
just
Nolan,
just great.
Nolan has had a good track record for picking partners, and that makes me happy.
Well,
his last boyfriend,
actually, I was
Arthur,
thinking about
we really
that.
liked.
I was thinking like that made me proud as a father because it's like my kid is not going to pick some jerk bag.
Yes, because that is a trouble that you and I have both experienced in the past.
I do not think that Casey is a jerk bag.
No,
I think he's the opposite of a jerk
he's definitely
bag.
not.
He's a nice bag.
He's definitely not a jerk bag. But there's some comments to be pulled up on the screen there. But so Casey brought me flowers, made us some blueberry bread, banana bread, and some cinnamon rolls, and then some homemade guacamole. Like, are you kidding me? Kid, you don't have to bribe me. We already like you. As long as you make Nolan happy, that's all we give a shit about.
Oh, wait. Jury's still out. Please send more food.
Yes, actually, we don't know if we like you. Can you send cupcakes? Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Please?
Yeah,
like 5 of them.
Something good. I love the cask and pig. So good. Oh, look at that. You know about
I think it might be a chain. And Trace says,
I don't know.
The fake
IDs
nowadays just more expensive for the quality now. That makes sense. That makes sense. You probably 3D print that shit. I will say one of my favorite parts of the trip is that when we picked Wes up on Wednesday night, he was chatty.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
and he's not normally chatty, and it was awesome because I love when he's chatty. And we talked a little bit about, he had an interview today that went well.
He did. It went well. Yeah.
So he might get 2 jobs, and just goes to show, no matter what anybody may tell you, you're capable. And I think Wes. There's definitely been times where Wes has been discouraged or felt discouraged. And I just know that kid can do anything he puts his mind to. You guys have seen him on the pod. You know how eloquent he is. He's just quiet, and he's just, I don't know. I just think he's insightful and brilliant and handsome and hilarious. Oh my God. I had Wes rolling on the floor at Cask and Pig because we were starving. And I was like, no one talk till everyone knows what they want to eat. And every time somebody would talk, I would put it up.
Right. That was kind of funny
because I was going to eat someone's arm. I was so fucking hungry. So we did that, and then we dropped West. So we did dinner. We saw Nolan's dorm room, which was cool.
Yeah.
Took some pictures there. Watched some kids playing hacky sack outside. They were terrible. And then the next day, we actually slept in a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
We had a little bit of a chaotic morning. Dropped Doug off to deal with a financial and legal matter. I headed down to the Cape to see my friend Darcy and her kids, who Doug refers to as TikTok and the Candy Gang. Tic Tac and the Candy Gang.
Well, one of them's name is Tic Tac.
It's not.
The other one is like Smarties. There's Mary Jane. There's Squirrel Nut.
It's not.
They're all named after candy.
It's not. None of those names are accurate.
Sweet Tarts, Smarties.
But we did get to see them, and it was so it was funny because
Werther's.
Ruby, one of her daughters, had a dentist appointment, and so we had to do that. But then I had a limited amount of time. And I'd driven, we were only in town for 48 hours, and I spent an hour and a half driving to Cape Cod, and then a half hour driving to Falmouth and back. So Darce actually pulled out her oldest daughter from school, and that was cool because I got to hang out with her.
You've known her since birth.
I've known her, yeah, like changed her first diapers. Like all of these kids, I've known them. Well, actually, Layla and Ivy more so than the little ones, but definitely very involved with
the
these
little
kids.
ones.
And just
those are the bite-sized kids.
Just love them. Just love them to death. Just love them to death. And then we came back. I sent my husband an inappropriate text that I will share with you people.
I was just going to share this nice sentiment that Tracy says Wes is so sweet. Actually, Nolan and Casey were also sweet too.
Well, they must have had to project their sweetness because they sat further down from Tracy. Yeah. So then we picked up Wes.
Tracy saw them back at the hotel.
Oh, that's right. She did meet him back at the hotel. So she told them an illuminating story about crack.
Oh, there was a lot of stories.
You guys are missing out on the fun.
That is a dad.
So in any case, we had they're adults. We met up with our friends for dinner. Many of them the Master Haters. And we just had the best time. I got so many hugs, and I gotta tell you, it's really important to me the energy I'm surrounded with, and I gotta tell you, I never felt so loved as I did the week before hanging out with you and Zach, and then again that night with everybody together. And that's, if you're not bringing that energy to my life, I don't want you in my life.
I mean, George and Paul drove over an hour to be there. That was
fantastic.
It was nice.
Well, a lot of people drove. Everybody basically drove 45 minutes to an hour. Everyone that came. I mean, Wes is the only one that got
Yeah.
short on the
Yeah,
table.
yeah, you're
Literally.
right. Casey and
Casey and
Nolan had to
got
drive
him had
quite a
to
ways.
come from Situate.
Yeah, that's not easy.
Charlie came from Middleborough. Charlie might have been the closest drive, but Middleborough was not like a straight shot to Foxborough. In any case, everybody came, took time out of their busy schedule, and we really appreciated it. And then we got up super early. Oh, everybody came back to the hotel afterwards. Not everybody,
Till 1
about
in the
half
morning.
everybody was over till 1 a.m. Then we got up at 6 the next day, went to Situate to try to say hi to a couple people. My mechanic was late for work. We stopped in and saw my friend Andrea and
was
hung out with her and her
fantastic.
husband Jim. It was fantastic. She made us an amazing breakfast, and they live in the quintessential gorgeous New England home. There's actually a book about their home called Becoming Home by Kristen Kowalski, her daughter. Highly recommend that book. I have a hard time with fiction and following it and characters. I've gotten about 5 chapters in twice now, and every inch of it is fantastic. I just am I have no focus.
Couple comments.
Then and then of course we went to see the Tree Hands.
Yes, our Indian family.
That was
Great
amazing to see them. As always, we drove by Surfside Road, saw our old house, our old landlord, which was weird because he just happened to be going into his house at the time. But he's very
to talk to him, it would have taken 4 days to talk to him,
and to hear that he's better than us.
Well, I know that they're snowbirds, and they're probably coming down to Vero Beach. And why don't you come over to Vero Beach? No, I'm good.
I don't think that they would invite us. We're beneath them.
Oh, that's right.
Not the point. Not the point. The point is that we saw them. Then we drove down to the lighthouse, took a couple selfies because that's where we got married. Drove back up First Parish, said hi to Chucky because he was finally at work, and then we got to the airport. At the airport, returned the rental car, got on our plane together, asked the nice gentleman at the gate if we could sit together.
Nice gentleman.
Which she said yes, which I really appreciated.
We got home in a half hour less than.
Oh, wait a second. We made a friend on the plane.
We did make a friend.
Kim, lovely woman who works for Margaritaville. She does everything for them. She was super nice, and we had a great chat with her. She got going on some political stuff.
She got some political stuff that I had to I kind of did this.
She was out there even for me.
Yeah, well, the funny thing, there was.
But she was super. But she was super nice, and I really enjoyed our chat with her. And so then we had a lovely Lyft driver on the way home who just moved to the United States 2 weeks ago.
From Venezuela.
He was from France, you idiot.
Oh, that guy was from France. Some other guy was from Venezuela.
So we had a great chat with him. And we were just exhausted when we got home. Doug didn't feel up to doing the pod.
Oh my God.
So let me show you the.
Well, we didn't get home till like 7:15 or so.
Yeah, 7:15. But anyway, I'm going to show you these some of these lovely pictures from.
Show the pictures. I'm going to visit the boys' room. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Are we going to get in the pool because I'm dripping with sweat? I might be able to pull it off. Okay, so here we have Doug and my good friend Charlie. Many of you know him from the podcast. Let me just respond. Trace says crazy stories, but so awesome meeting these people. Absolutely. It was a great group of friends. Risa says, hi, Risa. It was I totally forgot. Fucking Risa was with me at Darcy's, and she's just absolutely amazing. I don't know what is wrong with me. I'm trying to go through it as quickly as possible because not everybody needs to hear every detail of my trip, and some of you have already heard it. But Risa, it was so great to see you. You always have the best energy. I just love you so much. You're fantastic. And I'm glad you're here tonight, although you're going to need to go to sleep soon. Tracy says, I bet you were exhausted. Were and are exhausted. I'll loop you through on that when we have a minute. I'm just going to go through the photos real quick. So there's Doug and Charlie. There's Donna holding court. There's Trace right there. That's Tracy. And then there's Casey and Nolan. And of course, me. Donna does not love this picture of her. So she's going to have to let me know if I have to pull it down. I will tell her. I will happily remove it for her. Yeah, it's the same picture like 5 times. Okay, now you got to look close on this one. You can see John is in the window there, and he's shining a flashlight on his house, and on his face, and I thought that was hilarious. I think he was baked as fuck out in the shrubs at the Olive Garden. So we went to the Olive Garden. Shout out to the Olive Garden in Patriot Place because there was a lot of us. And Tracy, Ann says, Tracy, I agree. It was awesome putting faces to the names. Risa, it was great to see you too. Thank you so much. It's always great to see you. So there's our pal Gautam, part of our Indian family. We love him. There's Ann, Tracy, the OG lesbie, Wesley, Doug, Casey, Wykes, Gautam again. Doug is trying to switch out my batteries for me. Yeah, there's me. I actually sat on the other side with Charlie and Gautam and Donna and Trace West. More of the same. I like to take the same picture over and over again. Eventually, one of them I won't look insane in. But no, here we are. I look insane in all of them. And Anne hates this picture. Sorry, I'm showing it, Anne, but I'm glad you were there. I didn't get a lot of pictures of anybody. Like I just kept shooting like pictures. I'm not.
Well, don't feel bad because in the picture of me and Charlie, I look like I have a big giant beer gut.
No. They're all terrible pictures.
I
of
don't
everyone.
have a beer
so
gut.
if you
I don't
like
drink
the
beer.
picture, and you want me to pull it down, I can pull it down. But just know that I wanted to take pictures so I remembered the day because I don't remember shit. Gotham, on the other hand, this guy should be a GQ model. He's so photogenic.
Hello, he's so happy.
And Gotham was amazing. He was cracking me up. He is hilarious. He spells it Guatam, but pronounced like Gotham, but not. And it was nice to meet you and give a phase. Yeah. And then
that's not nice.
Anne says fucking fatso is what I think of my photo. I would like you to look at every photo of me. So I would like to say that I'm not like somebody that's gonna pull my own photos down because I don't look good. So if you want me to pull a photo down, I will pull it down. But I also look awful in all.
But can we also talk about Charlie's sexy chest bearing shirt?
Charlie hasn't been coming to the podcast lately. It's kind of annoying me, but that's beside the point. I'll have words with him later.
Yeah,
he had this like silky shirt on, and we get to the restaurant. I go, hey, so we all met everybody outside, and I go inside and I'm like, hey, I'm like, Stacy, we're a party at 20, we're a couple minutes early. They're like, oh no, you're fine. And I said, are you ready for this ragtag bunch? And they said, oh, we think we've already met somebody. And I'm like, tall guy with a hat. I'm like, oh, that would be Charlie. And I go, he's believe it or not, that motherfucker's a millionaire. And they couldn't believe it.
Did Charlie eat anything?
He had coffee, and I believe he had a breadstick. But I think he wasn't eating because he, I don't know. I'm not sure. He's a very fussy eater. I will say this about Charlie. So, So Tracy says, live life memories. That's what I need to do. And it was funny because this morning we had a whole funny about Christina's cat being cooked in a Peloton pan.
Yeah, I drew.
And I still don't know what it was.
I drew some cartoon or something. I don't know what happened.
I had no idea what it was. In any case, we had a great time. There's Zach. And my pal Zach, that you guys have heard me talk about, and his friend David, who is now my friend. Love him.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
And then there's our pal Todd and his beautiful daughter Paige. Todd is the best. If you need anything, small engine repair on the South Shore or just anything, that motherfucker, like we talked about this a million times. The day we're supposed to leave for Florida, the Jeep wouldn't start, and he fixed it. This is me with two of Darcy's littles. Absolutely adorable. And this is the... Hi. They had no idea I was coming, and they were very happy to see me. That's Tic Tac and Kit Kat.
The younger one never had met you, but she was just excited that somebody was there.
That's not true. They'd all met me many times. They like to look through my hair to see what we can find. And this is me surprising kid number 1 at school. She had no idea I was coming. It's always nice to be greeted with a hug, and I was all serious. Who's that lady? I was more excited than she was.
She used to be.
You come home with me. So I used to know who was right.
Mama knows, Mama.
Thank you. Her mother in her school in her photos. Good. There's Darcy picking up one of the candy bars from school, one of the candy landers. And I don't know. I was just super excited. And then here we are in the dorm. Casey, Nolan, and Wes. If you would like to know what a UMass Dartmouth RA dorm room looks like, this is the view of the quad. These kids are playing hacky
nice out there. Nice.
They were terrible at it. And then Doug with Casey and our boys again.
Do every combination.
Yeah, pretty much. Except I'm in one of them. But I get to spend my evening with some handsome boys. Oh, so Nolan's got himself a little fridge. Casey brings him some bacon, scallion, cream cheese. He's got his bagels and looks like some queso up there. And little stuffed animals and stuff. His boyfriend bought him a tapestry on the wall. He's really got a cute little room. This is where he sits out when he's on duty at the door.
That's through the glass.
Yes.
That's Stacy's
This
suitcase.
is me being a standard process ad. Shout out to Vitamin C Chiropractic. She gets me a discount on them. If you reach out to her, I'm sure she will help you as well. She's a delight like that. And then this Situate Lighthouse is under construction. This was driving down the highway.
I thought the sun looked like the Teletubbies.
Was this on the way home? This was on the way home.
No, I don't know when that was. Maybe I don't know where that was. We're going east, so that would have been going.
Well, there's 4 lanes of traffic, so I'll tell you right now where it was.
That would have been
Florida.
going.
And this is where Doug's.
Yeah, there we go. That's like the conga line of tornadoes.
Yeah, 100 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour. Hold my beer. John in the window again.
John in the window.
Shout out to the Berkeley Bubs.
It's Paddleford.
That's my old exit from growing up, and that's the truck I got to drive. It was awesome, and that's pretty much the whole thing. So you've seen the trip. And Trace says the excitement was so awesome. Yeah, I think so. So then we after we got home, we were just fucking exhausted, and I wasn't feeling well. But on Saturday morning, despite all of that, was quite Saturday morning. Yeah, Saturday morning we went and got, or like afternoon, Doug got some shoes because he desperately needed shoes. He hadn't bought shoes in 3 years. And he got a pair of hookahs at Tracy's insistence.
Tracy insisted that I get
Tracy's recommendation. But here's my thing. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so we went to the place that had them close to us was called the Run Shop or something like that. And they only have, like it's for running and stuff like that. But they had the thing that you stand on to measure your foot for orthotics and all this other stuff. So I got the shoes and the orthotics. And what a huge difference, right? I just think the ones that I got are just like hideous. They look like moon boots that the astronauts used to wear.
I wouldn't have picked that color, but I think that they're fine. And we have a plan for those shoes, so it's going to.
We do have a little plan, which is going to be good. And I just realized that I can do that. I can do that same thing to a lot of other things in the house.
Well, the thing that's interesting. Okay. Well, how many things need the Adidas logo on them?
I'm going to put Adidas logo, put the 3 white stripes on my black new sleeves.
Well, I wasn't going to tell them that yet, but okay.
Well, you just said Adidas logo. What? So
I did say you're going to put the Adidas logo on your hoop. I don't know. Okay. In any case, I wasn't planning on giving it away. But I got to say, they had the surf back ones, and the lady wouldn't even let Doug try them on. I kind of wish you had.
I want to go when she's not working and try out a bunch of other stuff.
I didn't like her. And she was like, rush. I don't know. Anyway, we bought the shoes is the important thing.
And then we ran to
Costco and Trader Joe's,
which is a good workout for shoes. And so they're very, very cushy. They just are just weird.
Tracy said they actually look good on you. When did Tracy see them on you? Did you send her a picture?
No.
Girl.
Did you?
No.
That's what I figured you would.
Did we send you a picture? Did I send you a picture? I don't even remember. Oh, I did send her a picture from Trader Joe's. He said, "Oh, Doug bought some hookahs." So we went to Trader Joe's. Side note: they are lemon pesto no longer, but they got all the pumpkin spice shit, and we loaded up.
You loaded up on that nice smelling.
The pumpkin body scrub smells like brown sugar, not pumpkin, and it doesn't have any added fragrance. The body butter does have added fragrance. Wish I had bought it. And then Sunday, so I wasn't feeling that great, but I pushed through it. Sunday, wasn't feeling that great, pushed through it. I lost an AirPod while I was in Massachusetts, went to the Apple store, bought AirPods. They are kind of popping out of my ears. I don't know if I'm going to stick with them. And then we went to watch the Bills game.
So
Bills Backer Bar.
We went to the Bills Backer restaurant. And I thought it was going to be like, 20 people in a room.
No, it's like
this was wall to wall
Bills fans.
There was a former player from the 90s there, selling stuff for his charity, and they were raffling off stuff. Stacy won a raffle prize. Which we don't have it out here.
A Bills koozie.
It was a rhinestone.
We had more
Bills
koozies. Donna gave me 2 koozies. Zach mailed me a koozie, and now I have this koozie. But we don't really drink, so
I have to start.
We tend to use koozies for our glass spray bottles for cleaning.
Spray bottles because they'll
break from getting broken.
But we went, and it was really strange for me because I've never been in a room full of Buffalo Bills fans like that. We got there late. I've not been to a game in their stadium. I've been to plenty of games in Patriots Stadium, but those people don't cheer for
We
Buffalo.
got there on the late end, and we were like kind of out in the back. As a matter of fact, people were showing up when we got there, and then they were just leaving because they couldn't get a good spot. So you got to get there early if you want to get a spot.
So the waitress at the end, she said, this is the nicest bunch of people. She goes, I will not work any other game because apparently everybody was so nice. But there was older people on oxygen. There was younger, as kids. And one of the funniest parts was the parents are watching the game all distracted, and their kids go and they're playing the claw game, and they have the claw game where you can win a lobster. And then the restaurant cooks it for you. And kid comes in, I got a lobster. The parents were pissed, right? So they cook the lobster, they bring it out. The kid's like, I have
for $1, by the way.
No, I have no idea how to eat this thing. And so I have this great video, and I should show it at some point. But the kids dancing the lobster around to the Buffalo Bills
I missed
shout
that.
song, and I have it on thing. But he just had no clue what the hell it was. And then the grandmother ate it. I think didn't she? Did she come along?
I think she diced it up, and they were going to maybe take it home. But they got some lobsters. But there was like a dead lobster in there.
When I was leaving, I took another picture. He was on his back. I don't know. I just found such humor out of that. I mean, like the whole thing, like it was just they're all shouting, they're all doing their first down, they're doing the song. They were some lady came over that organized the thing, gives cowbells to ring, and
Mary, she's very nice.
Yeah, everybody was super nice, and it was funny because I like to watch the game and study, but like study all the action. But it was nice to be part of that, like kind of Yahooism on that.
So next time maybe we'll go on Sunday and try to get a better table.
Yeah.
Side note, a lot of uses for those koozies that you have.
Yeah.
You can use them to store things like pens. I don't know that I would use them to store pens, but people do. Furniture moving pads, so you could slide it on the leg of something.
Oh, yeah, ornament that's a good idea.
Smudge gloves while boring. Thing. Put it on your ornaments. Shaving cream holder, so your shaving cream doesn't ding your thing up.
All right.
Earring or pin cushions, because you can poke into them.
Yeah.
Roll and store posters. You can turn them into bottle grips, and you can prevent fruit from bruising. So there's a lot of uses for those things.
Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't show the kid because he's a kid, and I filmed him on the QT. I probably shouldn't show the kid.
Oh my God, you're like this close to being a child molester.
No, I think I'm pretty far from being a child molester. I took a picture. I took a video of a kid not knowing how to eat a lobster, so he just started dancing around to the shout song.
That was pretty good. Trace wants to know. She says, "How freaking cool! Even if it is the Bills." Tracy's a Patriots fan. Marital. And she said, "Doug, how did you become a Bills fan, Doug?"
Well, I was born in Western New York, and when I moved to Massachusetts, the Patriots were never good. And then I don't know, it's just something that stuck. But I'm a Bruins, Sox, and Celtics fan, like diehard. I just couldn't do the Patriots thing because it was back in the day they had nobody. And then they went to the Super Bowl in 85 after the 85 season and got completely demolished. And yeah, and then they weren't good again until years later. And then so I just never hooked on with them. And but I got to tell you, it's really neat to watch the Bills. They're part of that community. Ride or die with that thing, and they're very. I'm proud to be part of that fan base. They
do a tremendous amount for charity. So I mean, even if you don't want to be a Bills fan, support their charities because they do a lot for charity. And listen, I'm not a fan of sports and sitting around and watching them, but what they did here was really great because it gave a sense of community. A lot of people, particularly because so many people move to Florida and they don't know anyone, don't have that sense of community. So that gives you the Bills sense of community. Everybody was interacting with one another, having a good time, supporting a local business, supporting a local charity. So it's a good time. And I look forward to going some more. That said, the clams, don't get clams in Florida ever.
Well, there was one of the menu items was pork and clams, and I'm like, pork and
They're like
clams.
Portuguese pork and
but
clams.
It's Portuguese
like,
pork and clams,
and I've never fucking heard of that.
And so I'm like, pork and clams, and so we're like, what are we gonna get? And so we decided to get the pork and clams.
Next time we're going cauliflower pizza, chicken wings. That's it.
Chicken wings. Yeah, it was definitely more of a wing and pizza place.
But you can get a cauliflower pizza.
It wasn't bad. I don't think that dish was bad. But just you're discerning clam person, and I'm not really a clam person. So
there you go. Trace says, gotcha. And then she says, Becky was born and raised in New Jersey and is a huge Yankees fan, but I got her to love the Patriots. My senior basketball team won the straight champs on the Celtics floor. That's really cool.
Wow.
Trace says, thanks for sharing how you became born into a Bills fan. Yeah, I married into it. So I got a hat, and now I ordered a T-shirt, and I'm waiting for it to come.
Did you get that one? The funny
Peace,
one?
love, and Bills.
Oh, there was another one that you liked.
What's that?
It says, well, it was two shirts actually, and the men's shirt said, "Josh Allen can fuck my bitch,"
and the other one said, "I'm his bitch." I'm not really interested in Josh Allen. He's a little small for me, but
he's small. He's 6'5", 250 pounds.
I want somebody that's like Shaq.
What?
Except for he's
what?
Big.
He's a giant man. He's bigger than any quarterback in the league. He's 6'5", over 250.
Is he
245. Yeah.
skinny?
No, he's just a giant man.
All right.
But he's
well,
also
something to consider.
a year younger than Wes, so that would be creepy.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, that'd be creepy.
These are hilarious, by the way.
All right. Well, we have to break
okay.
those out.
So
yes, she is a fantastic wife. You guys don't even know.
yeah, I can give a shit about football, but I sit there and I cheer Go Sports.
And Ann says I made cauliflower fried rice for this time. I really cooked with it. It was awesome. Yeah, there's some things that you can do with cauliflower.
You can make mashed cauliflower rice, cauliflower pizza,
cauliflower shrimp.
Yeah, pretty much. But you can buy it organic frozen
Rose cauliflower.
Organic frozen riced cauliflower at Costco, very inexpensive. Trey says you are such a good wife supporting your husband. See, we already got that. Sorry. Okay. So
with my foot problems.
Yes.
With the hookahs and the special things, because my feet are not doing well.
He has plantar fasciitis.
I have plantar fasciitis. Now I've had plantar fasciitis in the past. It mostly affected my heels. I went in, I got a cortisone shot, didn't really work. 12 months later, I got another cortisone shot. Boom, like clockwork. So I've been wearing these Adidas that I really like
for 3 years.
For 3 years, and that I needed to.
Should replace your shoes every 300 miles or 6 months.
She said the lady at the store said 500 miles. How do you know how many? There's no odometer on there. So anyways,
a lot of things
so she also said that I should wear something around the house because I'm always barefoot because it pushes on your arch, and that's where I'm having the problem now. So she recommended that I get a pair of Crocs, but I didn't want to get. She didn't
recommend Crocs.
She recommended the Hoka slippers that were like
not your size and $60
and looked like moon boots.
They also had the UFAs. What are those called?
UFAs.
I looked at those. Loofahs. They look nice, but they were like $90.
Yeah,
not happening. Since we just spent $200 on a pair of shoes. So I ordered him a pair of Croc flops because you tried on Nolan's Crocs and you found them to be.
I did like Nolan's Crocs. So anyways, I got these Croc slides right here, which are not the best to look at, but they are super comfortable, and they have holes for charms. I can put like different charms in there.
So I bought an assorted pack
from Amazon, from China,
of 50
assorted Chinese.
And Trace says, "Ouch, sorry to hear about that." Yeah, but I wish he had tried the ones on like you have, and maybe we'll go to Dick's to try them on. Yeah. But herein lies the problem: you can exchange them at that store, but you can't. Can
I exchange them or buy new? I can't get a refund.
No, we can't get a refund. Okay, so this one, I don't know if this is.
Reese says here, and she says pillow slides are super comfy. Is that what I have, or is that I don't know?
We don't know what pillow slides are, but tell us. And then Ann says plantar fasciitis sucks, and I was in the boot for months. I wear Tao sneakers and pay over $100. The Croc sandals, or what I can wear also. I actually ordered myself a pair of Croc sandals that are super cute, but it was
they're
adorable.
Size, yeah.
So they're going back. So hopefully the next size will fit me because they're so cute. So this one says pain for your Croc charm.
Wait. I think it's pan because it's bread, like Oban
pain.
Pan.
Oh, like pain, like bread. I think it's like pain, like your feet hurt.
Oh, I thought it was French fries that are causing you pain.
No, but pain would be bread. Yeah, that would be bread. So you.
And I'm not even the one that speaks French.
Do you want to have pain on your feet because that's what you have now?
I do enjoy a nice breadstick.
Here's one. It's a nice little lollipop. You got to pick the ones you want for your shoes.
Okay, all right. Well, are we going to look at all of them, or are we going to bless you?
If y'all have any
she's allergic to Chinese crap
opinions, pillow slides are comfy. They are squishy sandal things.
Nice.
Good to know. There's this like little lady who looks like she has a dildo on her head. Is that
that
the accommodator?
No, you know what that is? That's
Wait,
that is Hello Kitty, only it's a bunny, so they can get around they don't have to pay the royalties.
I don't know. It might be a real thing. Here.
If anybody knows what any of these things are.
Bart Simpson driving a car.
All right, I like driving Bart.
Okay, what are you going to take any for your shoes?
Well, I have to see them all before I can whittle them down. I only have 13 holes per shoe.
That's 26. There's 50 charms here.
All right, so I can use about roughly half.
Y'all chime in if there's one you think you should use, because here's another lollipop of sorts. A lime.
I could wear this for Lyme awareness and be a Lyme warrior.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Then there's this thing. I don't know what the fuck that is. Trey says Bart for sure, so you got to take
Bart is a definite.
You're gonna put him in your yes pile.
No, he's right here.
You got to make a yes
I don't really
pile.
have a yes pile yet.
Well, make a yes pile.
I think I like the bread. So far, the bread.
I don't know if you want to manifest pain on your feet. ice creams,
Oh, that's like a couple of ice creams.
candy for Tic Tac and
Oh,
Baby Ruth. And
yeah. All right, maybe.
this
That's
is a
maybe.
hand holding money.
Oh,
I like those.
look at
It's
that.
a black hand holding money.
No,
but
it's not black.
it's
It's
black.
purple.
That's black.
It's purple.
It's brown. Really, it's not. It's brown.
It looks purple. Put it on there.
Purple.
Well, it's
It's
dark.
brown.
It's
brown.
It's darkish.
No one has purple
It's
hands.
Turkish.
There's this alien UFO
Oh,
thing.
okay, yeah, throw that. It's
So I don't know about.
yeah, but
did you want
that's
that
all.
one?
Well, maybe, yeah.
That one you should have.
That one is good, and it represents pride.
A star because you're a rock star.
Oh, definitely with a star. Sure.
I like this little wizard guy. I thought he was cute.
Well, he's all right. I'm
And
not
then
really
you got-
into the wizard
This is
thing.
like a boba tea. I enjoy a boba tea.
You
from
like the boba tea.
Zen
yeah,
Deli,
you do.
but that's a lot of sugar. This is like a portion of. It's like a Trivial Pursuit wedge gone wild / rainbow. I don't even know what it is.
Or
Trace,
yeah.
Trace says the money definitely.
Yeah,
And she
UFO
puts
is
a
good.
lime in the coconut, and she says, "I like the UFO." Here's one if you love basketball.
Oh,
P.S. If there's any that Doug doesn't
Tracy
use,
needs some Crocs. We can
yeah, we'll
trade
send these to you.
because of
You
your
love
basketball situation.
Well, here's the thing too. We got to give Nolan first dibs on our leftover Croc charms,
Well,
and then after
he'll
that,
have to
maybe
watch.
we'll mail them out to people who have chosen to have them.
This looks
is
like
a
Dumbledore?
donut.
Oh, maybe that is Dumbledore. No, I don't know. It's a king. I don't know. It could be.
It could be a Lord of the
could be,
Rings.
Could
It
be.
could be a Dumbledore. This is cake and ice cream. Some of our
Who doesn't
favorite
like
things.
cake and ice cream? That's a Sam Cooke
This is a
lyric. I'm putting that
cupcake.
on that. Cupcakes are fun.
I like the little cacti.
Oh, that's a Sagaro cacti.
This one, Xbox controller.
Oh,
which
okay.
Doug likes to play.
I like the
Madden.
Yeah, I do. I want to get the new Madden at some
Rocket
point,
ship.
maybe for Christmas.
Woo,
Oh, on a
SpaceX.
zoomy rocket ship. Sure.
SpaceX. I
We
think that might.
I could fake a moon landing with this.
Here's one for you. Football.
Football. Bring the football. Yeah.
Okay. A rose. So if we watch The Bachelor,
Every rose has its crock.
I think this might be Mulan. Maybe she's having a little stroke. Not really sure.
Oh, that's Terrence Trent D'Arby.
This is just,
I
by the
don't know
way,
if you
the
don't remember Terrence
this is,
Trent.
by the way, just a random thing of gibbets, whatever they're called. That's like a little
Gibbets?
rainbow.
Rainbow
It's a
is
little
nice.
Spider-Man he's like a little top heavy with the head. He's gonna fall over.
He's
Here is a beer. You're not really a drinker per se,
not,
but
but sure.
here's some balloons. Maybe they'll make you light on your feet.
Mm.
Harry Potter. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
maybe
Excellent.
this.
Oh, that's like they throw that in there.
This
for-
one says sweet. It's a rainbow.
Sweet.
This is some sort of a planet bear
I
situation.
kind of like that. That's a graphic situation.
This is
right
a
there.
lollipop. You know how it's it's a lollipop?
because it
it
says
says
lollipop.
lollipop, yeah.
All right.
And then this one says he the melatonin.
The what?
It's like I think it's like a black
The
dye
melanin.
thing.
It was he the
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
no.
You read it. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's not me being racist. It makes no fucking sense. If someone can explain that to me,
It says something after melanin, but it's
it
darker.
says he the melanin. I don't understand it.
He the bee the melanin. Q.
I'm telling you, it doesn't
Qui.
make any sense.
It's he the bee the melanin qui.
King
Maybe it's-
Saturn. It makes no fucking sense. I'm going to put this up to the camera and you guys can try to explain to us what in the fuck that's. Hang on. What does that say? He
The bee the
melanin.
qui.
What is the qui part?
Something underneath melanin. It says
QU.
I think.
I don't know what this
I don't
is.
know.
If someone can explain this to us, we'd love it. Then you got a
Well,
little
all right, bring
hot
it.
air balloon,
Oh, I like hot air balloon. Lighter than air situation right there. Okay.
ice cream cone,
I like ice cream.
out of office.
Nice.
I think you need that one.
Technically.
Ice cream,
Mm.
flip flops.
Which is funny because they'll be on my sandals.
Trace says we need to take a picture of that and blow it up. I agree with you. Lollipops.
Oh, those are like charms blow pops right there. Or the
A little sleepy star.
Sleepy Star might be good because I'm sleepy.
Snoopy, which my aunt loves Snoopy.
Oh.
If Doug doesn't use it and you have Crocs, you could have it. And then here's a nice little black lady and it says hip hop.
Yep, that's going on there. Put that
Oh,
right
yeah,
next to
for
the bar.
sure.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy, some sort of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Naruto situation. And then this is some sort of a baseball situation, but it says something in the. It's like some sort of a baseball situation, but I think it says something in there that I cannot read. You have to look at the wording on that. It says words. Popcorn,
Oh, I like popcorn. Give me that.
a little flour. I don't know who this guy is, but he looks like he might need a hug. And last but not least, a rainbow. So I gotta go with I mean they're your shoes, but the dildo head lady is pretty
I don't
funny.
know. I don't think that it might just be texture. I don't see any letters on there.
Well, you get to pick whichever ones you
I
want.
really want to know what that thing says. I got to take a picture of
I
it.
have no idea what the fuck that says. But anyway, we got some croc charms for Doug. She says yes. She says teenage ninja. Yeah, it's like a teenage ninja. Like, not to be confused with a teenage dirtbag.
It's not focusing because we're on a glass table. There we go. All right, let's. Oh,
We just posted to our timeline later. Maybe people can figure out what it says. Y'all, it's 1,000
it
fucking
is.
degrees
I
out.
don't think it is.
The long and the short is I got baked yesterday when we got home because I wasn't feeling well, and then I got baked again today because I wasn't feeling well, and I slept till 6 o'clock tonight. Actually, Ann texted me at like 2:30, 3 o'clock.
You were out for a while.
And I woke up and I'm like, oh, dude, sorry, I didn't reply. Like, I didn't want her to think I was brushing her off. I was sound asleep. If I don't respond to text messages or if I'm not reaching out, it's because I'm up to my lady balls in it or I'm sleeping
Lady
or I'm
balls.
sick. I feel like this week is going to be a bit of a recovery week. We've been really going at it hard for several months now. And, you know, like it or not, I still have a chronic illness and I still struggle.
Like it or not.
Yeah, I definitely don't like it, by the way.
You're
I
not.
still have a chronic illness, so it's a struggle every day. But I did come up with a lot of shit to talk about on the podcast when I was baked out of my tree last night.
You did. Well, no, it wasn't last night, was it? Was it last night?
Yeah.
It was last night.
And I was driving you crazy, and I could tell.
And you're like,
you were
I
this
don't know.
close to just fucking losing it on me.
It was like,
which you had already done that day.
You need to stop talking. You really need to, because you were like, but you were so enthusiastic when you're high and you come up with ideas. You're so enthusiastic that I can't be mad because you're like, I know what we'll do. We'll get everybody we know and we make a big giant pyramid and then we can see like the Hubble Space Station.
I never said that. That is not a Stacey
but it's
idea.
something like that.
Yeah. And then Trey says, I'm so thankful to meet you in person and some of the haters that made my year. Yeah. And so at dinner of the haters, the master haters was Tracy, Ann, Charlie, Wes, Nolan.
Wes and Nolan are
they creep. They watch, but they don't comment.
Well, Nolan watches after the fact. I think Wes might watch after.
Yeah, but you can comment after the fact, and we'll still respond to you. And a lot of people do. And then and like Risa watches all the time later.
You saw
Risa
Risa down the Cape. So
Risa, oh yeah, well she wasn't at dinner, but I got to see Risa, and she's a master hater. Who else did we see that's a master hater? Zach watches sometimes. David watches sometimes, but they that was pretty much it for the master haters. But it was great to see everybody. We love you all so much. We appreciate you so much, and we're hoping to hit it hard on the podcast this week. But once again, it's going to depend on how I feel.
Well, she came up with some interesting stuff last night.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I got some shit for you guys. So we'll talk about it tomorrow. Trace, we need to talk some more at some point about your new role.
And if any of you want a croc charm, just write into the show.
We'll send you a croc charm. Say, I want a croc charm. We'll send you a croc charm. Until they're gone. Until Doug has ones in his shoes. First they go in Doug's shoes.
This one's definitely going in the shoe.
Then Nolan gets to pick, and then you guys can have the shitty leftovers. We will mail them to you. Shitty leftovers mailed to you for watching our podcast.
I'm going to actually Google this because I think it's he be the melanin queen. And I don't know what that means, but it might mean something to someone.
Is this from like a television show?
It might.
Does anybody know what this is from? We have no idea. I don't know. But I'm
wait, Melanin Queen's official video. Hang on.
Could be a thing. Can we go inside though? I really don't feel good.
Guys,
we'll talk about this some more tomorrow. We appreciate you. We're glad you're here. Oh, gratitude. Let's run it down.
Gratitude. It was gratitude that
$5 of croc charms. $5.
Yeah.
Croc charms. So I'm grateful, of course, for the people that watch and support the podcast on a regular. You guys mean the world to us.
Yeah, and the outpouring of support that everybody came to see us on Thursday night. That was fantastic.
Unbelievable. And that's separate from the people that watch the podcast. Yeah, not everybody could be there. We just love. There's so many shitty people in the world, and then we've got an amazing group of people around us, and I couldn't be more grateful.
Yeah. No. We saw some video and they were talking. It's hard to when you're grateful for everything already. It's hard to practice gratitude in it, like on specific things. And that's how I feel a lot of
agree with
times.
that. I make a point of acknowledging the things I'm grateful for twice a day. I believe the more grateful you are for what you have, the more you get. So that's just my thought. Everybody's got to do them, but that's what I think about it. So I practice gratitude twice a day, every day, and I think everyone should. And I think that's probably why things are going better in our life. I'm grateful for getting to see everybody. I'm grateful I was able to sleep today. I'm very grateful for cannabis. I'm grateful that you made a lovely dinner, and we had deviled eggs for breakfast this morning. I always like that. And we had a lovely lunch. Doug made a chopped salad. Oh my God. What did you make the chopped salad out of, by the way? Pre-chopped salad mix from Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's was the Mediterranean kind. I didn't use the stuff that came with it, the dressing. And I threw in some package of chopped up romaine, and then put it in a bowl. I added about 4 strips of bacon all cut up, 2 deviled eggs, 2 regular hard-boiled eggs cut up, and some feta cheese.
That was it.
And then
cucumbers and tomato.
I forgot to put the cucumbers in there. I did put tomatoes in there.
And he forgot the avocados. So we have avocados we need to eat. I look like a hot mess.
No, you're good.
And then I'm melting.
Sweaty.
And then I'm grateful for the air conditioning. I'm grateful for the pool.
I'm grateful to have a wife that encourages my nonsense, including the Buffalo Bills.
I'm grateful that it looks like court went our way. We're waiting for that final order, but oh boy, does that send us a lot of relief, because we've been very stressed about money for a very long time, and we need to stop the bleeding. So let's see what else. I'm grateful that we get to. I'm grateful that Casey is such a good influence on Nolan, and he
vice
makes
versa,
him happy. I hope. We hope. And then I'm really grateful that Wes's interview went well.
Yep. And
I think Wes can do anything he puts his mind to, and I want to build his confidence up. I want to build everybody's confidence up, but Wes especially, because he's ours. And that's pretty much it. I got to go inside because I'm dying.
I'm grateful that the Bills won yesterday. I'm grateful for Buffalo Sports Radio, that I could relive the win today via the call-in shows like a dope while I was doing some work. So anyways, that was fantastic. Thanks for tuning in. I hope we didn't bore you with this trip thing. We're going to have some good content tomorrow night. Hopefully you'll join us, and we will have some laughs.
Tracy says, love you all. Love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.